Good afternoon, all. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. Hope you are all well. Um, as you saw from the hashtag Cauldron Week, some really good pieces, and thank you to everybody who took part. Some really nice pieces, and I have to say, Robert Buchanan's piece, the actual witch looks like a bit like Wendy from Toonbish Crafts, with
So
the
love
colour,
you for that.
with the hair colour. As soon as I saw the picture, Wendy just popped in the back of my head for some reason. But anyway, welcome to the Sunday Lunchtime Live. Hope you're okay. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Obviously, the winter's on its way. It's not too bad today. It's pretty overcast, but it's dry and it's not very cold.
No,
So
it's not
it's not.
quite warm out there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not cold. So as the description says, we're going to finish the bowl that we started last week. I had to trim it up a little bit this morning. It moved a little bit, so I've just spent the morning just re-trimming it, and hopefully it's going to be okay now. So yeah, right. So as Brian said in the chat a little while ago, you've only got less. Well, you've got less than a week to buy your raffle tickets for the Makers auction. We've had an outstanding response so far, but obviously, if you can spread the word, then that would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to try and get as much publicity as I can through the week on it, and I'm sure the guys will be doing the same. So sorry, but if by the end of the week you're sick and tired of hearing about the Makers auction, unfortunately that's the only way we're going to get it across. And obviously it's a very important charity that we're helping, so we want to try and raise as much as we can. So if at the end of the week you're sick of hearing it, I do apologise, but we need to do our best to get the best out of the auction. So welcome to everybody in. I'm going to go over to the lathe and start taking this faceplate off while Nick welcomes you all in.
Good afternoon, everybody. So we have Woodturning by Colin. We have Woodturners by Barry. Len's handcrafted wood signs. Doug Miller at Wood Spun Around. Copper Owl Woodturning. We have Brian at Heartwood. We have Shane Hurst. We have Ward Wilson. We also have Michael McEwen. We also have Chris Dodds. Colin Izzard.
I can't find my tub now. I'm having to move about. I can't find my screw tub. There it is. I found it. I found it. Right, get rid of them. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Right, just bear with me. Jumped again.
Gonna bring the tower stock up. Give me a little bit of security. Hello, monitor's just gone off. No, it's come back on. What's going on there?
Okay, we also have Brent Beecroft. We have Amy on. We have Mike Yu from Ilminster. We have Susie Smith Woodturner. Malcolm Douglas is on. Paul Height and the Greasby Turner. Philip Greenwood. God, what's hot in here? Roger Kent. Steve Hale. Dr. Bob. Pete from Twisted Dweez. Oh, Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Barry's Wood Creations.
Just move that camera around a little bit. That's better. Just make sure you can see what I'm doing.
Woodwork Learners on.
Hi, Andy.
Wivey Woodshed. And I'm just going to say Pete's got an eBay auction on at the moment. It ends on Friday. And he's put his link on there as well, so go over and have a look.
I do have an announcement about the auction as well, just quickly when you're finished.
Finish this. I think I might have said everybody. If I haven't, like I say every week, just bung it at the bottom. Not that I'm sure I've got to the bottom yet. Oh, Brian Greenhaven Creations.
Welcome.
Heard him before. Robert Buchanan. Um, Christine and Michael Heseltine. Oh, I heard this one before either. Kingsport Abrasives, welcome.
Yeah.
Mark the Gentleman Woodturner.
Mark.
Right, I might have got everybody. If I haven't, like I said, just shout at the bottom. Wesley Hannah's on as well.
Hi, Wesley.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I've got everybody, but if not, like I say, just put a comment at the bottom and I'll give you a shout out.
Right, so just one or two things. First thing is, let me just come back on camera. First thing is that unfortunately, Ward Wilson, I couldn't get your hashtag picture in because you sent it as a movie and not as a image. And when I tried to save it and paste it over, it just went all blurry and fuzzy. So I do apologise that you're not in this one. But you need to be able to. You need to send me a picture, not a movie file. Second thing is, Kingsport Abrasives kindly on Friday night offered to donate to the Makers Auction. I've been talking to, I believe the gentleman's name's. Oh, hang on, I'm terrible with names, and I do apologise. I don't want to call in the wrong person, so let me just quickly check my emails, and I will say.
That just a minute. We've also got on DJ Brinkley and Terry Bartlett as well. And I think there was someone else, but I don't know. Oh, Radar Woodturner and Benjamin.
Right, so why is right? According to this, I've got no emails in my email file. Technology.
Let me see if I can find. Just
You won't
carry
get
on
on.
and I'll see if I can find.
Right, but I think it's Robert. Robert springs to mind. If I'm wrong, I apologise. So anyway, we're going to say Robert. Robert came in on Friday night from Kingsport Abrasives and offered to give a donation to the Makers Auction. He emailed me like I asked him to, and he's kindly donated 4 rolls of abrasive. Now these rolls are 115 millimeters wide by 50 meters long, and he's donated 4 grits. Now I've asked for 80 grit, 120 grit, 240 grit, and 320. He doesn't do 400, so 320 is the highest he does. They're not Velcro backed, so you're gonna have to use them as normal sandpaper because apparently their company at the moment doesn't do Velcro back, but that will be coming shortly apparently. So he's kindly donated 4 rolls out. Now the value of these 4 rolls is around about £180. So a massive thank you to Kingsport Abrasives for donating. And what we're going to do is we're going to chuck it in as a bonus auction piece. So that will be going, we'll auction that off perhaps halfway through the auction just as a bonus piece. So like I said, I'm hoping his name's Robert. But if it isn't, I apologise. But massive thank you to Kingsport for offering to donate that. And like I say, that's a lot of abrasive. That's 200 meters of sandpaper. You could get a good bargain there. So like I say, thank you very much. Right, so other than that, let's move on.
Dr. Bob's got a question. He said, what make is your live centre? I like the taper point.
It was one off of eBay.
Oh, I can't even sign in to GoFundMe. I want to see how much we've got. Perhaps Brian can.
You have to use my phone. Yeah, it's my phone.
No, if not Brian with it. Taylor's Murfield's on.
Oh, it's Rob, not Robert. I
Um,
got the beginning right.
Steve,
Yeah,
you need
what?
to read at Taylor's Murfield. I just said add in £100 worth of Taylor Murfield pen kits.
Wow. Right, okay, Dan. I'll message you after the live, Dan, and we'll if we can get some images, then we'll have a look at it, and I can add that as a special auction as well. Thank you, Dan, for that. That's very much appreciated. Right, so
I can't get into your phone, darling. Don't worry. No, don't worry. Brian will look. Brian can get into it, can't he?
if I put my mug over it, there you go.
On the computer in the house, it's already set up, so. I'm hoping that anyone that's donated got thank yous. and would have had a message just to say if you wanted to be entered into any of the raffles. If you do, can you please make sure you either email or send Steve a message through Messenger so he knows which raffle you want to be entered into. So far we've raised £530, so I think you're doing very well.
Yeah.
You know, appreciate everybody's donations, and also it's Kingspool, sorry, not Kingspool. Doesn't matter whether it's £1 or £20, every little's going to help them, to help the families and help people with dementia.
Yeah, it's very much so. Right. So, got a nick in there. So we just take a little bit more off that. And I did notice that we had a little bit of a nick on the edge.
Terry's on a bit. He said, hello everyone, I'm out at Woodturning shirt at the moment, so can't stop long, can't type much. I know, because you're a man, aren't you? So you can't ride that scooter around type as well. Taylor's Murphy said, for some reason I've been 20 minutes back, now live. Yeah, those donations from Dan and Kingspool, very appreciated.
Very much so.
We'll
Really
get
do
some money
appreciate.
raised.
I do really appreciate everybody's support. And like I said all along, without you guys promoting it, I mean, I can only do so much. Without you guys promoting it, then we can't do no more than promote. And like I say, I'm hoping that we can get a few people in on Friday night to make it a real worthwhile night, like we did last year.
Roy's the boys on, and
Hi, Roy.
Agree with exactly what Colin has said from Wood Wizardry. He said just shows how wonderful the turning community is when companies can do things like this.
Exactly.
And Amy said, how long were the screws in your faceplate, and what length do you recommend?
Right, the screws I used in that were quite long. They're a lot longer than I normally use. These are, I will measure them. I think they're 45s, but I'm just going to measure them and check them. Yeah, they're 45s. Right, so these are 45s by 4s. Make sure I'm looking at the wrong monitor to see what I'm looking. I don't drop them, so drop a lots off again. So these are 45 by 4s that I'm using to hold this faceplate on. But normally what I use are 30 by 4s. Stop wafting, you sound
Sorry,
like a
it's because I'm so hot.
Are 30 by 4s,
Hot
which
stuff.
are these ones here. That's what I normally use if I'm doing just a normal small bowl. But like I say, because this is a bit more chunky, I went an extra 15mm. So you don't need massive screws, because unless you're getting loads of catches and you're being really aggressive, you shouldn't really need it. But obviously it depends. With a bowl this depth, you could put 3-inch screws in if you wanted to, because you're going to be turning it all out anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So we're going to leave that middle in there as long as we can leave it in, and try and cut around it. So at the moment I'm using a 1/2-inch Simon Hope bowl gouge to take as much of this out as I can.
Brian's put the link in for the GoFundMe page.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Dan from Taylor's Mercer said, what make are you using? Katie has a habit of breaking them off and then digging them back out.
Oh, screws. These are Screw Fixers gold screws. That's what I use for work. That's all I ever use.
Workshop full of them.
Yeah.
Dara's on, and Ash at Katie Shed, welcome.
Welcome.
Colin said he was watching Doug's latest video yesterday and he had about 6 screws snap.
A lot of the time when they do that, it's because you over tighten them to start with. If you use a drill or an impact gun, once they're tight, they're tight. If you over tighten, all you're doing is stretching the screw. You're not actually making them any tighter. You're just over stretching the screw. So then when you come to undo them, they just shear off.
I'm preparing veg today, you'll be pleased to know. Terry said he's been chatting to Rick Dobney. He's a great chap.
Who has Terry?
Yep. Kingsport Abrasive said, what do you do with all the shavings? They go in the Hoover, mate.
I normally stick him in a recycling bin.
We ain't had a complaint yet, so we're doing all right.
Oh, it's wood, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's dry and it's clean, isn't it? So he only uses one Hoover for his shavings, so don't you?
Yep.
So they just go straight in the recycling bin.
So just take a bit of this out.
Amy, we're having, it'll be for evening meal, so we're having roast chicken tonight. I was going to get the beef out, but I forgot, so I didn't know if it'd be thawed out in time.
So we got poor man's beef instead of chicken.
Yep.
Blooming chicken again.
You like chicken, especially like that chicken.
Yeah, I love
You're going to
chicken.
season it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it outside for 2 days. That'll season it.
And then I'll do the old boy a strudel for after, as he loves his strudel. Don't you, mate?
I do.
Oh, goodness me. Right. Camera is blurry.
It's because there's a bit of wood chippings over it.
Todd put camera.
Sorry.
So, Dad's on.
Hi, Dad. How you doing?
Said, what's the wood you're turning?
Sorry?
What's the wood you're turning?
It's a piece of cherry, Dad.
Oh, and the idiots are in again.
Oh, really? Oh, for God. Every live. Keep reporting them to YouTube, but nothing's done about it.
Brian uses his shavings for the horses. Andrew Hall's on. He said, I had a screw snap in an elm hat at my first Harrogate show. What a nightmare. Always use screw fix turbo gold or spax now.
Yeah. If you, like I say, just don't over tighten them. If you over tighten them, that's when you get problems.
Wood dude's on as well.
Hi, Stephen. How you doing?
Damp it. Tinder hot, lol, welcome. Oh, they're on again.
I don't know why I get them and nobody else gets them.
Right. Pete said he's alone tonight, can't be bothered to cook today. Can we have some lessons on toast making when your veg is done? Four King Owls is on.
Hi, Rob. How you doing? Right, so I really need to get that centre out of the way.
David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenter's on.
Right, David, how you doing? So I really need to... Because you're popular, Steve, yeah. I wish I knew why they come in my chat. I really would.
Woodwork Learning, but it's only your life, Steve.
It is only my life, and I don't know why. That's what we said the other night. They only come into mine. Nobody else seems to get them.
Klingsborough Abrasive said, I just hoping the Tinder Hot don't make a donation of some sort.
Well, all donations are welcome.
Dan from Taylor's Murphy said, I imagine it's to do with your cookies.
I don't know what it is. That's ever since I changed the internet settings on my.
Pete checkers your popular Steve.
Yeah. I don't know about that, Pete.
Forking Owl said, clear your search history.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Woodwork Glenn said, it's all this talk of chopping carrots. AGK Woodworks is on.
Hi Andy, how you doing?
Lara said maybe they're just here to watch you turning.
Yeah, I wish. So I'm going to leave this rim about.
You're not the only one. Michael McEwen said they show up in Zach Higgins' lives 2 or 3 times alive.
Right. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one then. So I'm going to leave this rim about 3/4 of an inch thick.
Leroy 500's on.
Hi Leroy, how you doing?
Hard to keep up today.
So it's nice and steady because obviously we're only holding on that little tenon. So we're going to just take nice steady passes.
Right, so Ben said, I'm experimenting today. I'm having thick cut bacon instead of the normal thickness bacon. That's better. You don't have to have so much. Always buy thick cut. You're spoiling yourself. You go, you careful. Little treat.
Better than McDonald's, that's for sure.
We could add bacon. I've got loads in the fridge.
What, instead of chicken?
No, for dinner.
Excuse me.
Seems we ain't had nothing.
Ward's in. Ward. Unfortunately, your file you sent me was a movie file, sir.
I said he was in.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I didn't hear. So I couldn't add it to the hashtag video. But if you can get one over to me between now and what's the time now? By 3 o'clock, then I can add it to the before I put it on YouTube.
You got a message on Messenger, but I don't know. Can't see who it is because can't get onto your phone. You won't tell me what the blinking password is.
Well, that's what it's always been.
Yeah, but I can't remember. You just don't want me to see what you spent that $12.99 on, do you?
What $12.99?
Well, everything's $12.99, isn't it?
Pen.
Pen in the workshop. From a bloke that worked in a pen factory. Do you think we can ever find a pen? No.
And what works would be good.
Just right on here.
And I'll change it after the live.
Yeah.
I'll change it after the live.
Can't spam you then, can I?
Right, so let's get this. So there's a little bit of tear out in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to a 1/2 inch gouge. Just give it a little bit of a sharpen so we get a nice sharp finish.
We'll pretend we didn't get them.
What?
Terry and Brian both said they're available to help for the makers auction. Didn't you say special people you would?
Cheeky. I know Pete offered, but I think Pete's busy. So I think I just see a message before the live that Pete's busy. So
Lewis said he should be as well.
okay.
The more the merrier.
Nick will be here as well.
Me, yeah.
She'll be the lady.
No.
Sort of.
No.
All right.
The woman.
The woman,
I ain't no lady, mate.
the woman sorting everybody out in the background, like she was last year. She did a really good job last year.
Oh, shut up, you creep.
You did do a good job last year. I didn't have to worry about any of it. So a nice gentle cut with a sharp gouge.
Right, I better do these and then read the chat because I ain't looked at it.
So we'll just check that now. Hopefully we've got rid of some of that tear,
As well.
rid of some of that tear out, which we have, which is.
Oh God, they're on again.
Perhaps I'll change the channel name.
Perhaps they get SK removed with sexy or something. There's nothing on that says you do it in the nude, is there?
The naked Turner.
Naked Turner. Oh, I've removed it before I blinked and
You need to report them as well. Don't just remove them.
no, I've reported them. But there's loads. I report them, they go anyway.
Yeah, on your chat they will.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark. He's removed them. I've deleted them, but I've just reported them. Right, hopefully. Thing is, they stand out like a sore thumb. Right. So Pete said bacon and chicken go well together. Now they're talking about food. Ward said I'll try to retake the picture. I'm not sure why my phone did that. Yeah, if you can send it over, then we can. You can't add it, can you, from here?
No. I'll add it to the before I put it on YouTube tonight. This afternoon.
Oh right. Colin from Woodbridge by Colin's got a question. I'm thinking of getting a set of record spigot jaws. Are they better than pin jaws?
Spigot jaws. I don't know what the spigot jaws are. What are the spigot jaws?
Spigot.
I don't know what the spigot. Are these the spigot jaws, Colin?
I've upset Brian.
Why?
But right, that's it. I might have to find something else to do that, right?
I don't know if they're the spigot jaws or whether they're called the pin jaws. I don't know, to be honest.
You could wash your hair.
Cheeky cow, you are.
Norman Greenwell's on.
Right, I'm going to sharpen this half-inch gouge up because I'll get a better. That's a little bit stronger to get that overreach a little bit on the gouge.
Dara said, what happens if we just ignore him? Everyone's reporting him who's a spanner. It's ridiculous.
Well, you'd think YouTube would be doing something about it. This is not the first week. This has been like... Well, we had 2 or 3 weeks where we didn't get them, and then all of a sudden they all come back again.
Dan said, if one of us reports them, does it remove them for everyone?
No,
well, I can't see him now, so...
Well, if whoever reports them, that removes them from your chat. Right, so... Half-inch sharp bowl gouge.
Amy said, I'd be concerned for the other tool if you were turning in the new... Amy, that's all right. I wouldn't touch it. Don't worry.
That's well out of the way, Amy.
So Leroy said, my new Vicmark VL300 was delivered Friday. I should have bought this 3 years ago. Brian at Woodturning. I was a little nervous because I hadn't tested this, but you were right. Dan's just checked the link and he reckons there's some interesting videos on it. Christos said it's okay. Amy only turns naked in the winter.
Right, I'm going to turn this middle bit out. Check my
Woodwork
depth.
learner said YouTube do care until it costs them money.
Yeah.
Colonies, I said, Steve, do you have Norton or something like on your computer? I think it stops spam. Yeah, we have.
I haven't got Norton on this computer. Yeah, but that's not through. That's not coming in through the internet. That's not coming in through the computer, is it? It's coming in through YouTube because it's in the YouTube chat. So it's not my computer. But you shouldn't need Norton nowadays with Microsoft antivirus, which is built into Windows, is fairly good nowadays.
Could have drank my coffee. I got a bit of broccoli in it.
Don't know if I drank one.
Better save some carrot for the grand bunnies. So we went to Craft Fair yesterday at Sandringham. Really recommend it. It's a really good day. Made even better by the company we had.
Thanks.
Apart from those encouraging our daughter to buy a hamster. Weren't they?
Yep.
That was cute, but oh, I said no more pets. I actually did put my foot down this time. Because she has already got a hamster who's as cute as, which would have meant another cage in the house. Yeah, good day until the car went a bit doolally, didn't it, mate?
Went a bit peaked on.
Good job the future son-in-law's got a van. So we didn't have to wait for the RAC to turn up.
It decided to spill its water everywhere.
But like he said, good job it was now and not when you was either going on a demo or
Yeah.
on Tuesday when you was travelling, because you'd have had a bit longer to wait. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, what we've done? Press the wrong button on that one. Oh no!
If it's still resting a little bit.
Dan said, I guess some of them involve turning. Mark said Norton doesn't stop spamming live chat.
Oh. Well, it's not actually coming through your computer. It's coming through the YouTube stream.
Would said, Dan, are they Woodturning related? So Benjamin said, Steve, you can filter out spam comments using keywords in your YouTube settings. I wonder if you can do the same for live chat member names, i.e., can you filter adult dating?
Yeah, that's a good point, Ben. I'll have a look at that. That is a very good point. I'll have a look.
Woodwork Learner said Steve didn't go then. He did. He was the wallet. He had to pay for everything.
As always.
Pete said you could try letting the hamster run free around the house. Grandpa Jim Woodturner's on.
My Grandpa Jim. I don't think the cat would be enjoying that much, Pete.
No, the hamsters, when we put the hamster in the ball to clean her out, the cat looks at her as if to go, why are you running around in a ball? She ain't bothered at all, is she?
No. Right, so let's check the depth on that. See what we've got.
Not using the depth gouge, are you?
I am. The depth gauge, even not gouge.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, Chris. Use the
Loads of
hamster in the wheel to generate heat, power.
Right.
Len said, Steve, do they make an offset tool rest? Just thinking it would help in the middle.
Well, funny you should say that, then. Over this side of the room, I've actually got some proper bowl rests that I should really be using, shouldn't I? Really, but whether that'll get all the way in there, but it will be better than what we've already got. So I won't have so much wreck. So there we go. There is the Robert Sorby bowl rest.
Silly boy. Wizardry by Colin said lovely grain.
Yeah, it's a pretty bit of one.
Mark said the original depth out.
Yeah, it is. So like I say, I want this around about 3/4 of an inch thick. Don't want to go too thin with it because being a big bowl, it looks silly being too thin. So we've got to take a flat on the bottom anyway, so we don't want to take the tenon off. The only trouble is I don't know if my cold draw's been big enough to take this bowl.
The boys said Rutland's are doing a tool rest like that for $29.99.
Good price.
Dara said I have a robust J rest. I couldn't get on with the one Steve's using.
Now a lot of people find trouble using these because of that's this bit here. You've got to adjust your gouge as you come around the corner.
Oh, what was that? Did you hear that?
What?
Oh, I think my headset might be getting low.
What's it doing?
I just heard something in the headset.
What did you hear?
Is this orange lead the one from mine?
Yeah.
I'll just plug it in just a sec.
What did you hear?
She might have said headset low.
Did you hear? Nicola.
I think she might have said headset low. Or battery low. Oh, can't get it plugged in with that. There we go.
Sorry?
I'm plugged in now.
Oh yeah. You're wired for sound, are you?
Benjamin said the Axminster and Silver curved rest is specifically designed for making dog bowls. Douglas Mungham's on.
Oh, Douglas, how you doing? Just bring that back a little bit. We're just going to get that continuous curve in there. And then I think we'll be near enough there. So we've got about a month to go before Harrogate. So everybody who's going, then please come and say hello. Be really good to see you or speak to you. So just a little bit there.
Woodwork Learner said if you stand that up, the headrest will be high again unless you're called Terry.
Say again, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Woodwork Learner said if you stand up, the headset will be high again unless you're called Terry.
So it's just a little bit of a bulge in there that we just got.
I've got a bit of parsnip for the rabbits. They weren't keen on it, though, were they, really? Andrew Benstead is on. He said, have you ever done a live or video on sharpening?
No, I haven't. No, there's a lot of... If you want to see one on sharpening on the Pro Edge, go and watch Mike Walt's video. He done a really good video on how to sharpen with the Pro Edge. I only ever use the Pro Edge. So, like I say, go and watch that. It's a really good... Actually, I'm going to use a scraper now. I don't very often use a scraper, but I'm going to on this. The only trouble is I think it might give me a bit of tear out, but we'll see what happens. As I was saying, yeah, Mike Wald did a really good video on sharpening. Oh, that's nice. That is. That's having that little bit there. It's just a little bit there. Let's see if we can get that. So that's a negative rake scraper, just not so aggressive as a normal scraper. That actually isn't too bad. That's a shame that in a little bit longer, so that could get a little bit deeper in that bowl. But I'm just going to run that along. That's the disadvantage with a curved bowl rest. Like as you're coming around with a square edge gouge or scraper, it tries to cut into that edge. It tries to tip your scraper up like that. So you got to try and ride at level.
Terry said, got to go now. Great piece, Steve. Watch the rest later. Bye, everyone.
See you later, Terry. Have a good day, mate.
It may see tomorrow. I can't put my link on the phone. Pete put Terry's live on. Thank you, Pete. Yep, carrots are all cut. Pete said if you're sharpening on wheels, then Jeff Hornan did a great video on that.
I'm not personally experienced enough to do a video on sharpening. Well, I don't feel I am anyway. There's a lot of people who have got a lot more years of experience than what I've got, who can do a lot better video. So as you can see where that's moved, where the wood has moved since I've turned that. It's not moved in the chuck. It's actually moved, the piece of wood has moved. But it's not enough really to notice it on the rim. We'll just put a little bit of a round edge on the rim. But other than that, I like that. So there's a little bit of sanding to do in there, but we can sort that out. Put them back over there for the next 2 years. It's alright when you're buying this stuff, but you never remember, do you? You never remember you get it until people say about it.
Adam, I love wood turners on. Always struggle to get a burr on negative rake and on pro edge. Have to touch it up with diamond card.
Well, you mean negative rake, as long as it doesn't exceed 90 degrees, you can have whatever angles you like, really. And we had this conversation at the club the other night. People were saying about it. And they were saying, well, how does it work, and this, that, and the other. And I think as long as you've got you don't exceed 90-degree angle, you're fine.
Radar Wood Turner said, what angle is best for a negative rake scraper?
Well, as long as it's got to be under 90 degrees. I think mine's 55-30.
Wood Dude said, sharpening, don't talk to me about it. I'm cutting a piece of rock hard spalted oak, and I think I'm sharpening the tools longer than I'm cutting with them.
Yeah, that's about right.
Adam said, I use what Mike suggests, and I can't remember it. 60-40, I think.
No, it's got to be under. No. 60-40 is too much. It's got to be under 90 degrees. If you go over 90 degrees, you're not creating a corner. You're not creating a sharp corner, are you? It's got to be under 90 degrees. So try, like mine's 55-30, so it's 85 degrees. So try something under 90 degrees. Yeah.
Douglas said, why under 90? Brian said, I use 60 on the bottom and 30 on the top. Works grand.
Well, whenever I can't remember who taught me. I can't remember who taught me how to do mine now. I can't remember who it was, but whoever it was said that it's got to be under 90 degrees because of the corner edge on it.
Pete said Mike uses 35-30, which is crazy because then you have to remember which way up.
Yeah. Right, so let's get this sanded. Drill. Now my battery's charged.
Roy said, is that a rolled edge?
Well, that's as rolled as it's going to get, Roy. Let's put it that way. It's as rolled as it's going to get, son. Right, so turn the lathe down, extraction on. So just a nice, spend a bit of time sanding this. There'll be a little bit of a bounce on that edge because it's not quite true where the bit of wood's moved a little bit. But we're going to gently sand this. Do a little bit faster, really.
Woodturners by Barry said, right, I'm off. Good live as always. Take care, everyone.
See you later, Barry. Have a good week.
Leroy 500 said, is there any other belts that fit the Pro Edge besides Sorby?
Yeah, Oliver makes them. Westwood Tools, I think, sell one as well. I will say that the Sorby belts do last a little bit longer, I feel.
He's put SAIT belts.
Don't know, never heard of them.
Woodwork Learner said, he's not being cheeky, but are they small tool marks on the inside of the bowl? Presumably sanding will remove them.
Yeah, there was where the sides flex when you push on it, you get a little bit of bounce. So there was a few little tool marks within this area here, but with a bit of 80 grit because it's quite soft, that'll soon take it out. It's just a little bit there. It's still bloody there.
You didn't just swear, did you?
Yeah, I did. There's that rigid in there and I can't get it out.
Oh, they're on again. Oh, nearly reported Leroy then.
He'll be pleased.
Woodwork Learner put Steve swore and they came back again. It's your fault. Susie's got a question. How much or little pressure do you use when sanding like this?
Hardly any pressure at all, Susie. If you put too much pressure on, what you're doing is you're just going to generate heat in your sanding pad and burn your sanding pad up. So you're just basically letting the piece rub against the wood. Like I say, you put too much pressure on, you'll just end up napping your sanding pad up. That's better. It's gone now. And generating too much heat. If you generate too much heat, you'll just melt the pad. With these being sprung, you can see they've got foam on them. If you're pushing it hard, you'll see it squashed up. You want to be seeing it the same it is.
Amy said it's a lovely bowl, Steve.
Thank you, Amy. Right, so let's move up the grits now. We've got rid of got rid of that little dip. Like I say, you want to be letting the sandpaper do the cutter, not forcing it. Need hardly any pressure at all on it. So we'll just stop that and check that. Make sure we've got all the scratch marks out of it, which we have. No tear marks, which is good. Good job. Most of the extractions, most of the dust is going down that extraction.
Try to go back up the chat with the potatoes. That's not going to work, is it? Woodwork Learner said, how saleable are bowls this size?
Couldn't tell you. Never told one. I think Pete said something about big bowls don't really sell. This won't get a chance to be sold, mate. I just imagine Nick will have this as a fruit bowl.
I've got two, but I could probably do with a bit bigger one. Woody said, is there a dating site where ladies who have large empty workshops and want old grey wood turners just asking for a friend? Susie said, thank you, this helps. I've destroyed a sanding pad and now a sanding arbor as well. By apparently pressing too much.
Yeah, you don't need to press at all. You want the sandpaper to do the work. All right, so last one, 400 grit.
Terry said, Steve, pay your subscription, then they will stop.
Yeah.
Steve said, where are you going to fit? Pete said, Steve, where are you going to fit the plug hole?
I ain't told her that yet, Pete. Right, so that's up to 400 grit.
Adam said, you must have a lot of fruit bowls.
I don't turn a lot of big stuff, to be honest. The one you got now, did I turn that one?
Everything I've got you turned, mate.
I thought that was one Grandad did.
Don't think so. I don't know. I have one from apples and one from a banana because I don't like them together.
It's a lot of apples, eh?
Well, we have got a lot of apples at the minute because you've not been eating them.
I have one every day, love. Apple a day.
Yeah, but you've got to eat more than just an apple.
Apple a day keeps the tax man away. Oh no, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Right, so turn that off. Let's get some sand and sealer. So this is Hampshire Sheen Prune Fin Sand and Sealer. The reason I'm using
said I could use it as a
commode.
Bowl. It'd make a massive salad. You'd make a massive salad in that bowl.
So I'm using Hampshire Sheen pre-finished. The reason being is I haven't had a chance to thin any of me over down, so we'll use this. So nice, generous.
Christmas, couldn't we? Mind you, not that sweets last very long in our house.
No, I
Who
keep
do
telling
they
you.
love?
I keep telling you not to eat them like that. They ain't very big though, are they now? Sweets. You mean years ago, a king size Mars bar was a king size Mars bar. Now a king size Mars bar is the size an original Mars bar used to be. It's ridiculous, and you pay 3 times the amount of money for it.
Who knows
Pack of
what's made you
crisps.
got bigger?
Pack of crisps. A pack of crisps nowadays is ridiculous. How many crisps are in a pack of crisps?
The sizes come down, but the prices still keep going up.
Well, yeah, but that's what they do, innit? They keep the price the same. Say our price hasn't changed for 2 years.
No, we just reduced our
No, but
packaging.
no, but the package sizes. You know, Dairy Milk has done the famous thing of doing that, haven't they? They've reduced the size of their packaging, but the prices have stayed the same.
Right, I'm all vegged.
You're all vegged.
All vegged done. That stinks, that does.
I know it's good for you. I put hair on your chest, love. I know you've just shaved it, but it's like make them grow back.
You're not funny.
It's a bit thick, guys. I want thinning down a little bit. It's a bit gloopy. Right, so let's get some shavings and just dean that with some shavings.
You finished yet?
Nearly. What's the time?
Think next 2 o'clock.
Plenty of time. Get this finished and I'll take the tenon off afterwards, after the live. I won't take the tenon off. I've got to make a jam chuck for it, so.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh no, just my sister sent me a picture of
It's a bit gloopy, that sand, Zena.
Bella, but
It's thinning down a little. I'm going to put some thinners in it. It's been in the tin a long while.
oh, she's cute. She's got hair.
It's more sand than Zena. I mean, thinners, by looks like. So let's put another coat of that over. A bit thinner this time. Right, so just dean it back again. Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Alright, so let's get all that dust out of there.
Rob from Clinspool said wagon wheels.
Wagon wheels? Oh, I love
Yeah,
wagon
they've
wheels.
got tiny, ain't they, as well?
Yep, bite size now.
Right. I
Right.
make a rule: if it's green, I don't eat it. Come from when I had bread as a student.
So Yorkshire grit.
Benjamin said at Steve's age, he needs an apple a day to keep things moving.
Oh, I ain't got no fear of there, Ben. I never have that problem.
Pete said modern houses are too small for big bowls. They do sell eventually, but 10 inches is generally the most people want these days. Is that food safe you're putting in there?
No, this is Hampshire, Yorkshire grits.
Bailey Woodworks is on.
Hi, Bailey, how you doing?
Woodwork Learner said old man rant.
When I were a lad.
Susie says, wow, the sand and sealer really makes this lovely wood grain pop.
Yeah, it does, always does. So I'm going to spend a bit of time using Yorkshire grit on that.
Wagon wheels should be called wagon casters.
Yeah.
Leroy
Thing is-
500 said beautiful grain, Steve.
Thank you. Thing is, when my granddad used to go on about the same sort of thing, I used to think to myself, oh, for God's sake, granddad. But he's right. He is
Yeah.
right. He is right.
Colin Izzard said nice pattern in the wood.
Thank you.
Brian said he was just about to have a wagon wheel.
Bite-sized one. We're going to bring that round there because obviously we sanded that round there.
Todd said looks like wagon wheels are what we call moon pies.
Yeah, they are very similar. Yeah.
Adam said he'd rather chew cardboard than have a wagon wheel.
I like the jam-filled ones. The blue ones, I think they are, aren't they? The jam-filled ones. I used to be a big Jaffa Cake fan, but I've gone off of them now.
There you tell me.
I've got to say, one of my favourite chocolate bars is a Star Bar. Or a Topic. Alright, so just do this outside a bit more. And then we'll polish it off, see what it looks like. And I might do the microfine on it yet, I don't know yet.
Texture light. Oh, we love texture light.
Woodwork, no. Roy's the boys. TJ, tell them, where is the Lessingham show? There's a clue in the name of it. Roy. It's
said
about
blackcurrant Jaffa cakes.
it's about it's about 6 miles from Terry, I think it is. It's up towards Spalding way, mate, I think.
Todd said I used to buy snowballs and a Coke on the way to college just about every day.
Snowballs. My nan used to love snowballs,
Yeah.
didn't she?
Brian
Snowballs
said,
and baby sham.
jammy wagon wheel, 3 bites, yum yum, with a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, too right.
Oh, Tunnock's caramel bars. She used to like them as well. And Tunnock's tea cakes. Yeah, Colin,
Yeah.
definitely. Norman Greenwell said you can't beat a Jaffa cake dipped into a single malt.
Ooh.
Mark said Snickers for me. Andrew Benstead said double decker for me.
Yeah, double deckers are nice. I like
That's
separating them.
today, Roy.
Yeah, it is today. That was yesterday and today.
Douglas said, Steve, I would have thought Yorkie was more your style.
I'm not. I don't like. I'm not a great lover of just chocolate. I'd rather have some in
has to
it.
have something in it, don't it? Like fruit and nut or
Yeah.
whole nut or
Oh yeah, penguin bars. Oh yeah, I can eat a pack of penguin
M&Ms.
bars. Pack of penguin bars and a cup of coffee with me any day.
M&Ms.
Yeah, I'm not just a solid chocolate bar. I'm not a great lover of. I'll eat it, but I'm
He'll
not.
eat anything if
I'll
it's
eat
got
it.
chocolate on it.
Well, I do draw a line at certain things with chocolate.
Yeah, right.
Right, so that's Yorkshire Grit original. So I'm going to go microfine over the top of that. See if we can get an even better finish on it. Seems we've got a little bit of time. Right, so put that one away. Get that one out. Look, someone's cutting the grass by the sounds of it.
Not you.
Not me.
Does need doing.
It does.
Doug Miller said, great bowl, Steve. Got to go, but we'll watch the rest later. By all.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, sir.
Right, can you all stop talking about chocolate and stuff now?
Make you feel hungry, nigga, is it?
Adam, Orange Club. I like Orange Kit Kats. I like.
Orange clubs are quite nice.
I
Do
like
you remember the old
chocolate.
fruit and nut? Do you remember the fruit
Yeah, I
clubs?
used to get Fruit Club. I don't know if you still get them.
Used to get mint. Oh, look at that. Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
You can still
Used
get mint.
used to get mint, fruit, and orange ones. Green, purple, and orange wrappers.
I like milk chocolate. Prince says he likes Kit Kat.
You had some caramel, not caramel,
We've got Joe
salted caramel.
Garofalo on. Not heard of
Oh
him
well,
before. Welcome to the chat.
welcome, Joe.
Toblerone. Oh, you like Toblerone, don't you?
Yeah.
Barry's Wood Creations. Sorry, Stephen, Nick, you have to go. Loads of wood to process. Catch up later. Take care, mate. Thank you.
See you later, Barry.
Frenchies. I try and buy all the chocolate in I don't like, so I don't eat it. Colin Izzard, Lessingham's near Cromer, not Spalding.
No, that is definitely the other way. Because he's going to his daughter's afterwards. He wouldn't come all the way down to Cromer, then go all the way back that way. There must be another one. That might be Leasingham, not Lessingham. Thinking about it. L-E. L-E-A. L-E-A-S. Rather than Lessingham. I know it's just 6 miles from Terry.
Woodwork Learner said, love the inside of that bowl, Steve. Great pattern.
Thank you. There's a pretty bit of wood in it.
Pete said he likes strawberries dipped in melted chocolate.
Yeah, you
Then set in the fridge.
used to do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, let's buff this off.
So Ward said he's done the picture.
Okay.
Mark said, so very upper class, Pete. It's one of your 5 a day. Wiley said, same goes for carrot cake, Mark. I did make a banging carrot cake. I don't mind saying so myself. Woodwork Learner said, I don't recommend eating 10 Cadbury's cream eggs in 12 minutes. I love a Cadbury's cream egg, but they don't taste the same anymore. My most favourite chocolate has got to be Lindor. Definitely. Pete said 3, Mark, because they need to be washed down with champagne. So you got strawberries, chocolate, and grape. Benjamin said homemade carrot cake is awesome. Store-bought ones are not so nice.
No.
No, because they put nuts on the top. I don't like nuts. Rob from Klingspool said, I seen toffee apples in my local supermarket. Could not say no, but damn, I got in a mess eating it. That's not been one of our really go-to things, is it?
Toffee apples, no.
Brent said, sorry, they do chocolate-coated ones now as well.
Yeah.
Brent said, sorry, I've got to run. Still demoing at the home show this weekend. Catch the balance later. Stay safe, everyone.
All
Take
right,
care,
see you later.
Brent. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, so get some wax on that.
Wax on, wax off.
Get rid of these, put them in the bin. Run out kitchen roll because my wife stole all my kitchen roll. Did the lid up properly, helps that. Alright, so Hampshire Sheen High Gloss. Give us a couple of coats of wax.
Oh, for God's sake.
What's the matter now?
3 more, 4 more.
Hope we don't get them in on Friday night. It'd be a right pain.
That'll take me forever to get through them all. Hopefully if I report them and all the others report them as well.
Right, let's get this buffed up. I'm going to do like Ben
Radar
says.
said, I was just about to ask Steve if you make good carrot cake, Nikki lol. I'm better at making carrot cakes than I used to be, you know. I used to come out flat as anything.
Do, 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 do. Right, so we'll give that another coat of wax. Just a little coat, not a lot. Try and give that a little bit of a sheen inside. Hampshire Sheen High Gloss is food safe and toy safe, so not a problem with that. If you wanted to, though, you could put wax on. I'm not wax, oil on it instead of a wax. So last buff. We'll get most of the wax off with a tissue, and then we'll just buff it with a piece of safety cloth.
Pete said, been reporting them for weeks, Nikki. YouTube are not helpful.
No, they're not. What makes you laugh, though? If you did something wrong on your channel, they'd put you on they'd strike you for it.
Amy said pineapple in carrot cake is great. I don't like pineapple, so. Benjamin said pineapple upside down cake. Haven't had one of those in years. Wesley Hannah said, Ben, I was thinking the same. Nick, it seems to be after you said the D word and Steve swore earlier.
Alright, so let's get a bit of safety cloth and just buff that off.
Woodwork Learner said Steve's practicing drop on the cloth ready for when he handles the bowl. Chris said, so you can play with your food, Steve.
Yeah. Back in the drawer, shut that cupboard. So there we go. There's our nice shiny bowl.
Shiny.
So I'll get it out. Let's put these back up on the rack out of the way.
Rob said from Kingspool said they probably are banning them, but they start a new account and have the same display name.
Yeah, that's the trouble. All done by robot, isn't it? That's the trouble. They're all done. They're not actually. There's not actually someone doing it. They're all done by bots. So as soon as they stop one, there'll be a new account created.
Mark said, lovely shine building there, Steve.
Thank you very much, Mark. Right, so.
Boy said, Steve, I got some handy roll from Tesco that is recycled and really soft on one side.
All right.
Polished up well.
Oh,
Amy said, love it, Steve. Awesome work. Chris
so,
said, nice bowl, Steve.
Thank you very much. So, there's our finish. Camera's
Do not drop it.
Camera's a bit close, really, but I'm as far back as that'll go.
Boy said, look, that looks great.
So let's bring it on the other camera.
Brian Green from Greenhaven Creations. Very nice, Steve. Radar said, beautiful, Steve. Pete said, not bad, Steve. Almost as well cut as Nikki's carrots. Douglas, wow, Steve, that's amazing. Well done.
So there it is. What's
Adam,
the
I
over?
love Woodturning, put a love heart. Copper, Woodturning, beautiful bowl, Steve. Woodwork
Table.
Glen, a nice Steve. Susie said, very beautiful bowl.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Wesley Hannah, very well done, Steve. Len said, looks amazing, Steve. Ruby said, beautiful bowl, Steve. Hello, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby. How you doing? So it started off 300 mil across, and it's now 290 by. Let's have a look on the outside. 130 deep.
You made me laugh. He was looking for a tape measure. You've got hundreds in there. Everywhere I go, there's tape measures, yet he can't find one.
Sorry, 140 mil on the outside, and
Don't.
on the inside is 121, 122, something like that. So round about three quarters of an inch thick all the way through.
Brian said, super looking bowl, Steve.
Thank you. What I will do is I'll just let the wax dry off, and I'll just give it a bit of a buff because there's a little bit of a sheen on it at the moment. I just want buffing off a little bit better,
Norman
and then I'll remove the tenon. I'll make a jam chuck and remove the tenon.
Norman Greenwell said, great job, Steve.
Thank you very much. You can see where the wax is still.
You're live next week. Could be making my table.
Phew, that's more than one live. That's about a month's worth of lives, that is. So, right, so there it is. The cherry bowl, just under 12 inches across by, I can't remember how deep it was now. I think it started off just under shy of 6 inches, and it's just over 5 now. So we lost a little bit an inch because obviously the tenon, and also the front was a bit off out of square, so we lost a little bit off that. But it's a nice bowl, nice bowl. And like I say, once it's
Steve, not too big. You can knock one up in pine for Nikki.
It's a deal, Pete. It's a deal.
Brian, my lovely, sorry I was unkind to you earlier. Could you please put the link in for the GoFundMe page again?
Tell her no, Brian. Brian, tell her no.
Yours and Terry's link for tomorrow would be good.
Tell her
Only
no,
because I've closed the other page and I can't really be bothered to open it up again.
Brian, tell her no. Brian, tell her no.
Mike Doyle's on. He said, great bowl, Steve.
Thank you.
Should hold hundreds of wagon wheels. Rob from Klingsball said, fantastic to watch you guys do the turning.
Thank you.
Great that handmade skills are still alive and growing.
Thank you.
Douglas Mungham said, Steve, how are you going to turn Nikki's tabletop?
Hold that thought, Doug. Hold that thought. I will be back.
He's yesterday kindly bought a massive, and I mean massive, piece of wood.
Bear in mind, I had to carry it.
That was heavy, weren't it, babe? Carried it through the show yesterday.
Here it is.
Brian at Hartwood's put the GoFundMe page in.
So this is what I'm going to make a table out of. This piece of wood here. It is a piece of beech. It is 56 inches long by narrowest point is 19 inches, and the widest point is 28 inches, and it is 1.5 inches thick. So that is what I'm going to be making a table out of for our living room.
What bit of wood is it?
Piece of beech.
Beech. He had some nice wood there, didn't he?
So I made a table, I don't know, years ago now, out of some 6x2s I had, and we've been saying for a long time we'd like a natural edge table.
You did buy some U to do it, didn't you? But I don't think the U was quite as big as that.
No, the U would have only been quite narrow with the U. So we saw that bit yesterday, and it's still got a little bit of moisture in it, so I've left it out in the garage so it don't crack too much.
At a puff.
And yeah, I got to take about 3/4 inch off each end because there's a few little cracks in it. But I'm not worried about that at all because I'm going to resin in the cracks. There's a few bits in it. There's some nice spalten coming in it as well, so it's going to be a nice table. I just need to decide how I'm going to make the frame for it. Whether I'm going to make it out of timber or whether I'm going to make it, or whether I'm going to make it out of metal. I'm not sure yet.
Metal might be a good idea. That'll get you in practice for when you make my bench. Brian's put the link in for his GoFundMe, but he's not done his link for tomorrow yet. So, go over to him at 8. Is it
8 o'clock tomorrow night?
8 o'clock tomorrow night, and Terry's on at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Roy's the boy said, "Are you taking the tenon off the bowl?"
Oh, not today, I won't be, but I will be. I've got to make a jam chuck for it. Don't know if to make a jam chuck or whether to make a 300mm faceplate with some non-slip matting on it. That might be better because then I can just put that straight um, into on the jaws and then just squeeze it. I've left my dot in the middle, ready to take my centre, so I know that it's going to be perfectly centre. I might do that actually because then I can use that for other items rather than making a jam chuck that perhaps won't get used for a long time.
So Amy said that's lovely, which she was on about the bit wood you brought in. Douglas said are very nice. Woodwork Learner said lovely Steve should make a nice table.
Yeah, it should do.
Mark said about the same size as Terry then. Lovely Hannah said put Mark ha ha ha. Woodwork Learner put not stick Mark. Douglas Mark, you hit the nail right on the head. Roy said, did you get that from near Wisbeach? No, he got it from the Sandringham show
Yeah, the
yesterday.
salmon and fair yesterday. Yeah.
Then said that's a beautiful piece of wood. Pete
Thank you.
said, make a nice river table, Steve. Cut down. No, he's not.
No,
Cut
she
down
don't
and
want it.
refill with plastic. No, we are. He is thinking of doing a river table, but perhaps that you could do that with the U. Call. I just turned a beach bowl yesterday. Said radar. Now it's jumped up. Just 1 second. Douglas said you're going to use bow ties.
I could do, but there's cracks on that.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Hang on. I could do Douglas, but the cracks are only minute cracks, and I think once I cut a half-inch off, the ends of each end, they shouldn't be too bad. But I'll see. I might do. I don't mind. I can. You mean bow ties are easy enough to do anyway. You only router them out, so they're not an issue.
Roy said metal would be good, Steve.
Yeah, I thought about a metal frame just to sit it on nicely.
Pete's put the link in for Terry's live tomorrow. Mark said pressure plate is more versatile. Len said
It's
never ends, Steve. I get halfway through a project and the wife will have another one she wants. Woodwork Learner said, Steve, could you just sand it off with a drill?
no. Well, you can, but that's not the proper way to do it. Proper way to do it would either be a pressure plate. So you're pushing it up with the tailstock and then go nearly all the way through it, so it nearly breaks, and then just finish it off with a chisel or a skew, or put it
Oh, he
into.
meant the tenon.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking about.
sorry.
Or put it into some large cold drawers, but my cold drawers are not big enough for this 12-inch bowl. Or do a jam chuck. So you're jamming it. You put that into the chuck. You're then jamming that between the tail stock and the jam chuck, and doing exactly the same as with a pressure plate. But like I said, with a pressure plate, like Mark said, a pressure plate is more versatile and it can be used on other things as well. So I think I've got some 18mm ply out there. I think I'll cut a 300mm plate and then put some non-slip matting over it and do a pressure plate.
Andrew said, great session, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Housework's calling.
Yeah.
Woodwork Learner said, cheers, Steve.
Nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody who came over. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope it's been pleasurable. Thanks for reminding me about all those chocolates that was in the olden days. I nearly said the olden days. When I was a young lad, and like we all said, price goes up, size goes down. But anyway, so don't forget, Terry's on tomorrow lunchtime. Brian's on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Obviously, the usual are on throughout the week. Please spread the word about the Makers auction. I really do appreciate that if you could do that, because we want to get as many people in as we can. Invite some friends around and make them sit and watch it while they're sitting there. We want to try and raise as much as we can for Dementia UK. It's a very important charity. It's a horrible disease. And if we can make a few quid to help the families the loved ones who are going through dementia, then it's a worthwhile cause. Like I say, you guys have been amazing already with the raffle tickets. We sold quite a few raffle tickets for the different lots, 4 different lots. And as you saw in the chat today, we have now been donated from Dana Taylor's Murfield has donated 100 quid's worth of pen kits. It's a shame we didn't know earlier, because we could have put those in the raffle, but never mind, it don't matter. We can always look at other things next year. But we'll auction those off, and also, or actually, could we raffle, or is it too late? Is it too late to raffle them?
It's up to you.
Or guys,
No,
I'm
because
gonna.
I think we should raffle because I think you would make more raffling them
Yeah,
than you
no, I
would.
take right. So
But the thing is, the people that have already bought raffle tickets, if they want,
no, what they've bought is what they've bought, and I can't help that.
nah,
You know what I mean? I can't help that. But this is it, right?
I know, but it's only a week left, isn't there? I don't know what to suggest. Have a chat with Brian, I think. And
I will have a chat with. I'll have a chat with Brian, and me personally, I think we should raffle them off because I think that'd be better raffling them off than we'll auction them.
what if we start a new raffle for those two things?
Right, no, right. I'm going to have a chat with Brian, and I will let you know later on today what we're going to do. And because I think personally we'll make more on them through raffle than we will auction them, and that's all about making the extra quid on them. So, right, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for coming over. I hope you've enjoyed. I will get this finished through the week and then get some pictures up on social media. And as we was just quickly before we go, in Brian's live on Thursday, people were saying about the ring
You
you
alright if I
can.
go?
Yeah.
Right, take care, everyone. Speak again soon. Bye.
Was talking about the ring turned into the tenon to create a better grip. Right. So this has been gripped. Can you see that where the tenon? I don't want me focused. I want you to focus on that bowl. Right. So can you see that there? That the actual, you can see that the gripper jaws have actually gripped that and put a ring in there already, which gives you a lot more secure a grabbing point. And like they were saying on Brian's live the other day, that if you create that ring and you don't get it quite right, that's a point that's not grabbing. So there's the proof that it just does grab into the wood. So anyway, right, we are going to go. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please smash that like and share button. Thank you to all the new guys who's come over and joined us. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then I'd like to see you again. And if you'd like to, please subscribe and hit the bell button and you'll be notified for all upcoming lives and videos in the near future. And also, we will see you on Friday night. Don't forget Friday night, important night. We're going to smash it if we can. Right, guys, take care. Have a great week. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Bye.
That's all, folks.